has a bit of a reputation. Ask anyone from here or who's ever driven through, and you'll hear about traffic. It's practically a character in the city's story, yet part obstacle, part punchline. But today, I want to show you how living in Garden Hills changes that entire narrative. This neighborhood flips the script. You can live in a quiet, tree-lined, single-family neighborhood and still get that heart of the city in minutes without headaches of commuting chaos. I'm Abbie Shepherd, and as the real estate agent and long-term resident of Buckhead, I've had to know traffic patterns almost as well as I know houses. For my clients and for my own sanity, in this episode of Garden Hills Lifestyle, we're diving into surprising truth about traffic and why Garden Hills is one of the smartest spots in Atlanta to call home. I'm Abbie Shepherd, resident and realtor in Garden Hills. I've been fortunate enough to live, work, and play in this beautiful neighborhood since 2008. The purpose of this video series is to give you a taste of the true Garden Hills lifestyle. Whether you're a current resident or thinking of moving to the neighborhood, my hope is that you'll find this information helpful and inspiring. And as always, if you're looking to buy, sell, or simply plug in and get connected, you can call me. For all things Garden Hills, your neighbor, Abbie Shepherd. So when my husband and I lived in Edgewood on the east side of town, his office was in Buckhead, and every afternoon it would take him 45 minutes to get home. It didn't seem that far on a map, but with traffic, it was exhausting. That's when we made the move to Garden Hills. And the time it used to take him to get halfway down Ponce, he was already walking in the door at home. And that wasn't just life-changing, that was lifestyle-changing. Suddenly, we had more time for dinner as family, walks with the dogs, evening on the porch. That's what started my love affair with this neighborhood. So, what makes Garden Hills so unique? It's all about location and layout. We're tucked in this quiet pocket of Buckhead, surrounded by major streets. Peachtree Road to the west, Piedmont to the east, and Lindbergh Drive to the south. But here's the twist. While you're in the middle of everything, we're not in the middle of traffic. Morning and afternoon commutes flow around us. If you're heading to work downtown, you're traveling south against the inbound traffic. If you work in the Buckhead Business District, which is just north of us, you could be in your office in 2 minutes flat. I've had clients walk or scooter to their offices. It's that close. If you're heading further up north, like to Sandy Springs or Dunwoody, you've got instant access to I-85, Georgia 400, and I-75. And again, you're moving against the traffic. It's one of those rare places in Atlanta where driving north in the morning and south in the evening feels like swimming with the current. So one of the things that surprises and delights people most about Garden Hills is just the access to all the services that you need. We call it a service bubble, right? You have dentists, orthodontists, doctors, daycares, everything you need from groceries, restaurants, dry cleaners within walking distance. Here we have a really cool space called Miami Circle, where for designers, construction build, you can pick out tile, there's arts, there's lash places, restaurants, there's a bowling alley. Everything you need is walking distance from Garden Hills. Actually, it's pretty cool. But even with all this access, Garden Hills stays incredibly peaceful. Why? Because it was designed this way. Some of you may have heard of Frederick Law Olmsted. Well, his philosophy is gentle curved roads, boulevards, tree-lined streets, not cut-through neighborhoods, a serene urban environment in the middle of a city. Well, you can see in our design of our neighborhood here how we mimic that same pattern. We were designed with Olmsted principles, where you have those curved streets, rolling hills. Again, not on a grid system, designed to keep traffic out. You can't cut through Garden Hills easily. It's not a shortcut. If I try to tell someone how to get from my house to Trader Joe's through the neighborhood, it takes way too many turns. So instead, I just point them to Peachtree Street and let them circle around. This organic meandering layout confuses navigation apps just enough to keep the neighborhood insulated. And this helps maintain tranquility of our streets for nearly a century. That peacefulness was tested in 2017 when a massive fire caused a 92-foot section of I-85 to collapse. Suddenly, drivers needed a way to get from I-75 to 85 north, and guess what? apps like Waze routed them straight through the neighborhood, cutting across the V between the highways, right down East Wesley. At first, we were worried this would become the new normal. That once commuters learned the most secret path, they'd keep using it. But something incredible happened. As soon as the bridge reopened, the cut-through traffic disappeared. Just gone. People went back to their usual routes. It confirmed what we always knew. Garden Hills isn't a highway bypass. It's tucked away, intentionally placed. Commuters might find it once in a crisis, but they won't keep coming. Over the years, our civic association has been incredibly proactive in keeping the traffic calm. They've worked with city to install sidewalks, bump outs, raised crosswalks, medians, and speed humps, all designed to slow cars down and prioritize pedestrians. They've also stood firm in zoning discussions. If a commercial property wants to access an interior neighborhood street, the answer is almost always no. Or if it's approved, it comes with conditions, like one-way entry or landscape barrier to keep traffic moving out, not in. The difference all this makes is huge. In a city with one of the worst traffic reputations in the country, you can actually live a lifestyle that's calm, convenient, and connected, all without sacrificing the charm of a close-knit community. You can walk to get coffee, zip to work, pick up groceries, head to yoga, or head downtown to a concert, all without the stress that many people associate with Atlanta. If you're looking for a place where you can live truly local without giving up access, Garden Hills might just be the perfect fit. The neighborhood was built with beauty, walkability, and livability in mind, and that vision has held strong for nearly a century. I'm Abbie Shepherd. Thanks for joining me in this episode of Garden Hills Lifestyle. If you enjoyed this walk through how we can navigate the city without the gridlock, like, subscribe, and for more insights, and I'll see you in the roundabout.